Hi, let's talk about bacteria. This Edpuzzle is going to be a place where you show what you know and apply what you've learned about bacteria, because we've learned a lot about bacteria already this year. So you're going to rely on your brain capacity and the resources and notes that you've taken to answer questions. Nothing here is required new content. However, if it feels good for you to document some facts again that we've already addressed this year, by all means you can do so, but this is really applying what we've already got this year. So let's kick it off with some questions about what bacteria are. So if you didn't do very well on those questions, you do need to amend your notes and be sure that that content is in your bacteria cell section. Let's notice also that the images that you've added to your notebooks in this microscopy unit help you see those facts. It helps you see that prokaryotes do not have a membrane-bound nucleus, helps you see what the common structures are. Another fact that prokaryotes do not have membrane-bound organelles, such as mitochondria and chloroplast, is also clear from the graphics provided to you. One of the facts that we just went over had to do with size. I'd like you to use the scale that's in your notes, or you can just look here at the screen, to put some numbers on the differences in size in terms of their categorization by shape. Here's the image, of course, that we saw in our pathogen slideshows. This is in your notebook. You can see how they correspond. The Latin endings of some of those names vary a bit. If you take Latin, you know that nouns, the way they're declined, the endings vary quite a bit. So don't let that trip you up. So it might be cocci, it might be coccus. We also learned about a whole host of terrible things bacteria can do to you, like anthrax and cholera, and you can have a salmonella infection, you can get bacterial pneumonia or tuberculosis or staph infection, strep throat. One project, go Jack, by chance, Jack picked a bacteria called Campylobacter jejuni that can give you food poisoning. Lots of different things can give you food poisoning. It's one of them. So yay for diarrhea, fever, stomach cramps, nausea, vomiting. You get it from handling and then getting into you this bacteria, which can be on raw meat, especially poultry. This bacterium will be the star of the show in our virtual lab that's coming up just before break. So Campylobacter jejuni, also known as CJ for its friends, will show up again soon. Far be it from me to leave us all on the impression that bacteria are all bad. Of course, y'all know my favorite topic, the microbiome. So we learned that your body is a host to bacteria and protists, viruses, and fungi that actually help you. On that note, we of course looked at yogurt in the microscope. This is another example of friendly bacteria. We have harnessed the power of microbes to make yogurt. So if you look at the ingredients of yogurt, like this one here, which is what we looked at, it'll tell you its ingredients are milk and active cultures. Active cultures, this has 6 different strains of active cultures. That means bacteria. And they don't just add it to it so that they can market it to you. They add bacteria to the milk to make yogurt. It is the bacteria that turn milk into yogurt. So you can't really have yogurt without the bacteria. Now then, I want to drill down a little bit in this. 2 species of bacteria are the most common in yogurt. When one is making yogurt, you tend to have Streptococcus thermophilus and Lactobacillus acidophilus. What do their names tell you about these bacteria? All right, so let's apply that information to our microscopic picture. Not all of us were able to get a picture as clear as Sophia's. I've zoomed in a bit on this image, even some more, but circled in purple are some of the bacteria in that sample. Which one do you think this picture shows? And if you said Streptococcus thermophilus, you are right. You should see here these little ball shapes in a line. That indeed is the Streptococcus thermophilus, not the Lactobacillus acidophilus.